gon' make it disappear like a ZKZX. Like a ZKZX. I gon' make it disappear like a ZKZX. Like a ZKZX. I'm on poles making LPs just to print a check. Got a bag of pulls died just to make a flex. Bridged in with Sparkswap, cause that shit up next. Got my chain gang phone, you can call me through the chain. Call me through the chain. You wanna reach me, call me on the chain. Call me on the chain. I got a drop on daddy, feature going steady. Got my E-Hex and my ledger going crazy. Earning all this ink, every day I'm claiming daily. Trailer park boys and you know we going crazy. I'm gonna make it disappear like a ZKZX. Like a ZKZX. I'm gonna make it disappear like a ZKZX. Like a ZKZX. I'm gonna make it disappear like a ZKZX. Like a ZKZX. I'm gonna make it disappear like a ZKZX. Like a ZKZX.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to EMP.Money. This is our live AMA. We come to you every Monday and Thursday at 6:45 p.m. Eastern, and we talk about our entire ecosystem. Now, not just EMP. We have a lot to go over today. Again, our AMAs seem to be more and more jam-packed every time we do them, but we have a very special guest as well. I'm going to introduce him one more minute, but before we get to that, let me introduce my co-host with the most and fellow team member, LA, how are you?
I'm good. I always love these songs at the start. They always jack me up for the AMA.
Yeah, no doubt. That was DeFi Proof, the original creator of our first intro song. I figured I'd play that one. I haven't played that one in a while, so
yeah, I love it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, we're gonna jump right in, and I am very happy to introduce Dave. Dave, are you there, brother?
Yes, I am here.
Awesome,
How are
man.
you doing?
Good, man. So Dave is one of the project leads for a brand new protocol that a lot of you will like. As soon as I heard about what it was, I said, man, I have to be involved because it's a play on Willy Wonka. And as a lot of you may know, my community likes to refer to me as Willy Wonka. So the Gene Wilder version, I hope. But anyway, so Dave, yeah, man, we got a lot to go over. Again, this is from a trusted team. I'm sure we're gonna go into all that, but yeah, man, why don't you just kind of introduce yourself real quick and then give us a quick overview of what Wonka is, and then we'll go into some details.
Yeah, of course. And as far as which Wonka version we are accepting of all Wonka versions. But yeah, I'm Dave. I'm also known as Space Games with Dave on Discord. I started working in crypto probably early 2022, sort of when the Tomb Fork season was in full swing there. So I kind of worked through that, worked through a couple other protocols, started the WLRS Radio crypto podcast, some things like that. So I just love the space, love working in it. I mostly do design and marketing for protocols, so that's kind of how I make my rounds in the space. And I'm here coming to you today to talk about Wonka, which is a meme token, and I would say Wonka is probably one of the oldest memes around. I mean, those Gene Wilder memes are great, so we feel like there's a lot of potential there for memes. And we're putting a little bit of a twist on it, so it's not just going to be, oh, you buy the token, you speculate the token. It is going to be an omni-chain lottery token. And we're going to be opening up on 5 chains, Arbitrum, ETH, Binance, AVAX, and Base.
Amazing. Killer, man. No, that's super bullish. Again, I know, typically with meme tokens, there isn't any utility. So to have utility with the lottery right off the bat is super bullish. And I know that you guys already have a pretty great built-in community, which is also super important, especially with the meme token. And yeah, how who doesn't want to share funny memes of you know, Willy Wonka and Bob Ross, Oompa Loompa, like your profile picture. So
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, man. And I guess so. Before we get into how to get involved, I also understand there may be some NFTs as well, right?
Yep. I made these. That's why I got the Bob Ross. I'm the man with the paintbrush. I'm the man
Awesome.
who eats the crayons.
Yeah.
I'm not a Marine though. I learned a little earlier that I guess that's like a Marine thing. They eat crayons, but I'm just a graphic designer who eats crayons.
Perfect. Well, and well, I think you had a pet squirrel too. Do you have a pet squirrel?
We have an outside squirrel that we feed.
All right, that counts. I love it.
We
Yeah,
call him Earl Grey after the T.
perfect.
But as far as the NFTs go, yes, we have NFTs that we're launching with, and they are free. They're going to be free for everybody who wants one. So all you have to do is basically join our community. There's going to be a link you follow there to mint, and you just have to pay the gas to mint it on base chain.
Cool. Okay. And do they
Yep.
have any perks, or are they just a cool community? Again, they're free, so you can't really expect much. But yeah, I love this idea for sure.
Yeah, I think the art's good. So hopefully there's some value there, but it is at its core, it's a free NFT, not any guaranteed sort of utility. We may find ways to reward NFT holders down the road, but we haven't solidified anything with that. We don't want people to expect that or not expect that. It's something I'd like to do. We'll just have to get Wonka's approval.
For sure. Yes, I'm
like
sure
that.
there may be some golden ticket NFTs. Huh? I don't know that. Maybe I spoiled the alpha. I'm just speculating here. But yeah.
There is golden ticket NFTs. They're not related. They're a separate NFT.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
we'll get into that a little bit later.
Yeah, no doubt. So I think again, it's a great start. And I know, so one of the reasons why we brought you on today is to give an opportunity to our community. Obviously, we're always looking for the next alpha. I can say that, you know, I personally am going to be invested in this as well. But maybe let's jump right into it. Maybe give us a little info on the pre-sale, and maybe just a little bit more on the token economics.
Yep. So I can run through. I guess everything's going to end up sort of revolving around the raffle system.
Perfect.
So I'll start with that. So the raffle does have a few moving parts since we're omni-chain. We want to incorporate some Wonka stuff. So basically what you're going to do is you can enter the raffle with $1 USD worth of Wonka tokens. Initially, we're just going to be doing your entry is only Wonka. Later down the road, we want to incorporate you being able to enter with other sort of approved tokens. So whether that's like sort of the big chain tokens, like BNB or AVAX or something like that. That way you can kind of enter with any token you want.
For sure.
So every week there's going to be a drawing for the raffle. And you'll be able to easily bridge Wonka tokens across all the chains, enter in the raffles that you feel like you have the best chance of winning. So you're going to win, obviously, the prize pool, and you're also going to win a golden ticket NFT, and that's going to sort of get you lifetime access to a bigger monthly raffle that is for golden ticket NFT holders only. So you're going to really want to work to get one of those golden ticket NFTs.
Amazing.
Yep.
Cool.
And if you don't like the whole raffle system and you end up winning one of these one week because you see, oh, not a lot of people threw a buck in, got some money, you can actually sell that golden ticket NFT to somebody else who might want to be more into the monthly potential.
For sure. No, I love it, man. So it sounds like the NFTs and the, I guess, for lack of a better word, the core engagement is going to be on Base, even though you are multi-chain, or will these NFTs be available on all chains?
So the golden ticket NFT is going to be Base only, but it will, if you look at the docs on the tokenomics, basically all 5 chains sort of feed a little bit of the prize pool into the monthly drawing.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and that's a great point. So I guess, and again, this is just a super early intro. We'll do a lot more follow-ups when, everything is up and running and the factory is making chocolate. I gotta get on all the Willy Wonka puns today. But what do you have a set of a white paper or light paper? And if the people can see ahead of time, or what's the best way to
Yep.
kind of learn? As well.
Yeah, so we have all our docs up at docs.chocolatefactory.gg, and they're also posted obviously in our community Discord channels, and things like that. I think they're also on the Twitter in the link tree. So all that stuff like tokenomics, breakdowns, how the NFT system works, how all that stuff works is all in those docs.
Perfect.
So you can really dig in there. One other thing with the raffles I do want to mention is the first sort of 12 weeks we're going to be seeding the raffles with extra money to sort of boost up the engagement. So it won't just be like your standard workplace raffle where the only money you could win is what other people put in. There's actually going to be extra money sort of loaded into the raffles.
Awesome. I love that. So yeah, it pays to get involved early. Again, that's usually the case with most projects like this, but as the prize pool grows, I think I read that in the docs too. There's also a rollover jackpot, right? Like in other words, a small portion rolls over so that potentially, there could be a massive payout down the road, correct?
I'd have to double check on how much it rolls over. I know some of it rolls over into the monthly. I don't know how much if the monthly rolls over into other months.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, the actual monthly. So yeah, and all right, cool. And it is a fixed supply token as well, right? Of 2 trillion?
Yep, it's fixed supply and deflationary. So anytime somebody bridges, a little bit's going to get burned. Also, some of the Wonka used to enter the raffle is going to get burned. So it's going to be constantly deflationary. We don't want any of that inflation nonsense. We get enough of that from our government.
Sure. For sure, yes, man. We're always coming up with ways to combat our deflation, and yeah, our original protocols. I know it's funny. We all started from the Tomb Fork era, and we know how powerful or how detrimental inflation can be if not handled right. So yeah, I'm happy to say we're officially off inflation with EMP for sure. So, but all right, awesome, man. And what I guess so, just to dive in a little bit more about the pre-sale or pre-launch, how does that work? And then I know there's something called a cocoa bean bonus. So maybe you talk a little bit about that as well.
Yep, well, Wonka, he loves his games. So even the pre-sale has a little bit of gamification, nothing too crazy that you need to worry about. It's kind of like you said, the earlier you get in, sort of the better. We understand that when you invest in a pre-sale early, your money is kind of tied up and you're sitting around. So we wanted to incentivize or give a reward for people who do get in sort of on the earlier side.
For sure.
So the pre-sale is broken up into 5 phases. And I think each phase is capped. Each chain is capped out at 2 million. I don't remember how much each phase is particularly, but they're also time-based. So the total pre-sale is going to not last longer than 10 weeks. If we sell out earlier, then it ends then. But it's basically broken up into 5 phases, assuming it doesn't sell out. Phase 1 is going to be 2 weeks, and then the last phase is 2 weeks, and then the 3 phases in between are a bit shorter. Now, the only thing you need to know is that each time we go up a phase, the pre-sale price goes up, so you won't get as many tokens for your money, and your cocoa bean bonus won't be as much. So now I can get into the cocoa bean bonus, which is basically you earn this bonus. It's basically more Wonka tokens starting 1 week after the pre-sale begins. So the earlier you buy in, the more percentage of that bonus you'll get. And that cocoa bean bonus is pretty big. I think it's 1% of the supply per chain. So there's a lot of bonus tokens being given out for pre-sale participation.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that's bullish. Again, those that get in early get that bit of a bonus, and again, the idea is that you are, trying to win those raffles as well. So, all right, awesome, man. I think that, I mean, that really covers, again, the base of it. We're going to have you back on to go a little bit more in detail once everything is up and running. But do you have a go live date set? I know we've been talking behind the scenes, but have you guys picked that yet, or are you still in the pre-sale mode?
Yeah, we're in the pre-sale mode for maybe another couple hours. We are trying to get the pre-sale live tonight, and you guys are actually the first community we're talking to, because like you said, like a lot of our team members have worked with each other for a while, or at least know each other.
For sure.
So we definitely wanted to, give a big shout out to you guys. You basically were like, yeah, we'll do an AMA with you. So we definitely want to give you guys that first opportunity. But yeah, so the pre-sale should be up tonight.
Amazing. There you have it, everybody. Again, that's even better than I was anticipating. So I knew we were going to be early, but I didn't know we were going to be that early. So hopefully all of you guys that are on the call take advantage. Again, I can personally say this is a dev team that I know and isn't going to rug. And yeah, we are going to be, I'm personally going to jump in. And yeah, I think it's exciting. Again, remember, this is very different than what we, do at our other protocols. Obviously we talk about real yield, but with a meme token, the speculation is fun and it's about having fun. I mean, the token is called Wonka, and I don't know what much more fun we can have with a meme token than that. So yeah, I'm super excited. Was there anything else you want to talk about before we wrap up? Or I know maybe some questions. I don't know. LA, did you have any questions to start us off? Or if anybody in the live chat has any questions, we can definitely take a few for sure.
I don't see any in the live chat. I don't want to put anyone on the spot with my question, but do you have any previews to show us of the NFTs?
Yeah, I think a few people minted some. Let me see if I'll send you some in Discord, AJ.
Okay, yeah, send it to me. I can probably, if you can do it now, I'll pull them up and show for sure. But yeah, we, I don't know,
everyone just loves a good preview.
Yeah, totally. Well, and it sounds like too, I guess that's another great thing. It sounds like you guys are a lot more active on Discord, correct?
We try to be, but we have Telegram and Discord.
Okay.
They're both running. So let me see here. While I get those samples, and you can sort of move on.
Okay.
But there is actually, for the people who want to get some benefit out of the protocol, there is a staking bonus for if you stake your Wonka tokens. You'll be able to split a little bit of the lottery as well. It's not like a massive amount, but you will be able to sort of stake and earn tokens even without participating in the lottery portion.
Okay, yeah, that's super. I'm glad you brought that up. That was one thing in my notes I forgot to say. So, and just to clarify too, the cool part about that staking reward, that is part of the total supply. In other words, it's not being minted, correct?
Correct. Yep, it's already stuff from the supply. It's basically a very small portion of the lottery entries will go towards that staking pool.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. all right. Any other questions, LA, that we're seeing? Obviously, we're gonna post the links to everything. Don't click on any DMs. We'll do a follow-up announcement. Again, I was gonna do it when the preset page is live, but it sounds like that's only a few hours away. So after the AMA, I'll get with you and we'll do a full-on post as well. All right, I think I got it. Did you send it to me? All right, there you go. All right, let me let's see what one. Well, I can't show them all, but it's out. Oh, I guess that was another question too. Are there different rarities? I see some have gold backgrounds or different backgrounds, different accessories. Is that or is it just luck of
So
the draw? Yeah.
okay, so there is a surprise in the NFTs. I don't remember if you know about the Wonka event that was in Glasgow. That was like a total disaster.
I do not.
Uh,
Enlighten me. Was it yeah
uh,
about the movie? Yeah.
no, they sort of made like this event at like a warehouse, and it was supposed to be some big event. And they charged families a bunch of money to come, and the place just looked like a warehouse with a few like shabbily decorations. And they had this character there called the Unknown, and he like came out from behind a mirror, and he was wearing like some wrestling mask. And the guy who's playing Wonka, he's like, "Oh no, it's the Unknown." So you can actually get a special NFT that is the Unknown, and that
Really?
is I think it's like a 4% chance or something of you getting that.
Awesome. So yeah, here's some examples. The Snosberry tattoo. Yeah, gotta love that. So, oh man, these are hilarious. So, yep, different
And
eyeballs.
yep.
Yep, gotta have a mustache for the win. We need one with a handlebar mustache. So, yeah. And then what is it? I love. What's his chest? That one? I don't have it
It
zoomed
says
in.
like I think
Yeah.
it says I love Wonka.
I love it. Yeah. And then one more. Yep, there you go with the original Everlasting Gobstopper shirt.
Hmm.
Yeah, so awesome, man. Well, they're fun. Again, I mean, to have a fun little collectible NFT that all it costs you is gas. Again, I don't know what much more fun we can have with a Wonka beam for sure. So amazing. All right, LA. Any other questions before we wrap it up?
No, I think that's it.
All right,
Awesome.
awesome. Well, again, thank you for being here, Dave. Again, we're gonna have you back as well for some updates. And just to clarify too, if the pre-sale is able to go live tonight, which it sounds like is a good possibility, you mentioned it's gonna run for about 2 weeks, or until it sells out, correct?
It's going to be 10 weeks with the first phase being 2 weeks.
That's
So
right.
the biggest discount is at 2 weeks.
Okay, perfect. And I guess, yeah, I mean, obviously you want to get that first bonus. All the docs will also give you a bunch of details on how to participate. So, all right, awesome. Well, I think we're gonna call it there, Dave. Any other last minute info you want to give?
I'm all set, and thank you so much for having me. And I hope to see some of you all in our community.
Yeah.
Even if you don't invest, come in, have some fun. It's going to be a good time.
I love it, man. Absolutely, brother. So, all right, I'm already in the Discord. We'll be talking some again really Wonka fun over there. But yeah, and all right, awesome, bro. And we'll do a follow-up post tonight after the AMA again with all the official links, so nobody gets scammed. And yeah, let's have some fun. So, all right, awesome, Dave. Thanks, brother.
All right, thank you.
All right, talk soon.
Bye.
All right, well there you go. I'm excited for Wonka. It's been something we've been working on a while now. Again, it's a dev team I know. They asked me months ago if I'd be interested in getting involved, and yeah, I'm super excited for it. So, all right, LA, do you want to jump into our own AMA now, or
Hmm.
anything you want to start with before we get to our notes?
Oh, well, I hope everyone's having an absolutely fantastic day. And Yeah, nothing in particular is coming that's super inspirational.
No doubt, LA. I know both of us have been, again, burning a candle at both ends. We've been editing videos all day. LA did a killer bro video on how to farm the bro token. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And then I was able to finally finish one of the bridging tutorials. Unfortunately, it's with the old UI, but all the info is still relevant, and yeah, it got pushed down the priority list, but now we're finally getting it done, right, LA? Never a dull moment.
Sure, and it'll still help people because it still works the same.
Yeah, 100%. So, all right, let's start with some updates with PancakeSwap. Again, our other sister protocol on Manta. There's a few things we probably already talked about, but we'll go over it again. The multi-asset ETF burns are now live, so this is really exciting. Ella, you want to read that announcement under that?
Yeah, so we've brought back multi-asset burning on all DEX ETFs. You can now burn your ETF tokens in order to redeem the underlying assets rather than burning to a single token. Multi-asset burning claims your share of the ETFs directly from the contract, avoiding unnecessary swap fees in the process. So this is especially important for tokens that you want to hang on to, like GCETO, so that you can hang on to it. So in the past, as opposed to just burning those ETFs and cashing it out for one particular token, now you're going to keep all the different tokens that are held within those ETFs. So if you're bullish on those tokens held within them, this is particularly useful for you. This doesn't just apply to CETO, it applies to all the vaults.
Perfect. Yeah, I love it. So again, this is something we've been trying to get out so that again more and more of you can get your actual GCETO, which therefore would equal the NFTs, and hopefully you get a rare one. So yeah, the multi-asset burn is powerful. Again, you can always burn your NFT, I'm sorry, your ETF, outright, but you have to pick a token that you go into, and when you burn, it sells everything that you have in your ETF to go into that token. With the multi-asset burn, you get the actual tokens that are in the ETF without any additional swaps, like I said, swap fees or anything else. So it's all up to you on how you want to cash out, but very powerful. So. And then last but not least, we had a killer dev update today. Again, we try to meet at least once or twice a week, usually before our AMAs, as we know we want to give you the most up-to-date info. So we had another great meeting earlier today, and the marketplace will hopefully be ready by early next week. We're at 90% done with the 404 NFT marketplace. So again, hopefully next week, look forward to that. Not only on, well, it'll first roll out on Manta again with the Cedar 404s, but that same sort of marketplace look and feel wise will also be what's coming to Pulse Chain under Spark. So yeah, really, really great meeting and just continuing to move forward. The market has been a bit crazy. Again, we always see, a bit of a dump over the summer. The what did I say? Sell in May and walk away. It's a phrase. But again, I mean, this is we've already seen it recover quite a bit. So the volatility is still there, but I think the days of a $40,000 Bitcoin or less, we'll never see that again. So looking super healthy. All right, so. You want to move on to Sparkswap LA or anything else with CETO?
For sure, we've got a lot to announce with Sparkswap, so it's a good one.
Yeah, no doubt. So the very first thing is a super super bullish announcement. As a lot of you probably already saw, we announced it on all of our socials right before the AMA, and we'll have another follow-up with everything that we're doing. But we are now officially in full launch mode of our PERPS platform. So beta went extremely well over the last 6 weeks or so. Literally no issues other than some a few minor UI changes. We implemented a few other features, but no issues in terms of price feeds or trades that we're not going through or were executed earlier than they should have been. So we're fully 100% confident in the rollout, and we have a great announcement tonight, and then a follow-up announcement tomorrow as well. But LA, you want to go ahead and just read through our announcement?
For sure.
All right, awesome.
So we are excited to announce our fully decentralized Perpetuals platform is officially out of beta. Over the last 6 weeks, we've been able to generate over 6 million of volume on those trades alone with literally zero code issues, bugs, or price discrepancies. Moving into our full-fledged public launch, we are 100% confident we now have the safest, most reliable, and most fair leveraged trading platform in all of crypto. So, to celebrate our official launch, we wanted to highlight a few things. Number one, our platform is not a fork, but a hybrid platform utilizing a central liquidity pool to pay out winnings. This is much more powerful than a collateralized trading platform, as we're able to facilitate much more volume and your trades will never be closed early because there's not enough liquidity. All you need is our fully backed stable token, SDAI, in order to open a trade. Go full degen with up to 50x leverage. Next, all trades are made completely trustless through smart contracts, no KYC, and get paid immediately to your wallet upon closing your trade without any risk of a centralized middleman holding your funds. BTC and ETH are currently the assets you can speculate against. We'll be adding the top 50 tokens as well as PLS, HEX, and INC as we get more liquidity and establish additional price feeds. All platform fees go to supporting the price of Spark and PLS through rewarding our revolutionary Sparkler contract. There's going to be an amazing social competition. After completing a winning trade, we have a really cool feature to automatically share your results by clicking the share button in your trade history. Those of you that share your trades and get the most engagement will be eligible for up to a $500 bounty at the end of May. We will also be releasing a leaderboard competition for the most trade volume later this month. This particular style of perpetuals trading is a first on Pulse Chain, and the goal is to allow users to get exposure to blue chip assets without having to leave Pulse in order to do so. Remember to trade at your own risk. We'll continue to build real world products, infrastructure, and platforms that enhance Pulse Chain together. Please help us spread the word.
Let's fucking go. I love it, LA. Oh man, that is a super bullish announcement. Yeah, exactly. I have to get a sound clip. I'll add it to my my OBS for that. So yeah, but no, we're super excited for this. Again, we've had so much going on that weird that this is just one thing in our tool belt, but we're really gonna start pushing perps at the forefront. Number one, because it's a great product market fit for Pulse Chain and and all of crypto for that matter. But it's also a great generator for both SDI and Sparkler rewards. So again, anything you guys can do to help us spread the word would be great. We're gonna do a follow-up post tomorrow that really walks you through how to share your trades and it's really cool. We have a dope thumbnail of good old Sparky, our mascot, and how much your trade got you in earnings. Again, this sort of social sharing works really well for other centralized perps platforms. So, and like Ella said, we're gonna be giving out massive bounties as well for those that trade not only volume with the leaderboard, but also the most engagement through sharing. So even if you don't have a ton of money to trade, as long as you're showing your winning trades and pushing it out there to the greater crypto verse, you can potentially be rewarded. So super exciting stuff. And yeah, go ahead, Ellie. Anything you want to add about perps? There it is. I love it. Oh man, I have to record that. Or you keep it on speed dial. So yeah, perfect. All right, awesome. All right. So yeah, anything else about perps before we talk about other awesome stuff with Spark?
I don't know if it shows up this way every time, but when you share it, it shows up with this really cool Sparky, and it looks badass.
Yeah, no
So
doubt. It is. It'll show up that way for everybody. So again, we'll share that tomorrow. If you're already in trades, the best way to do it is when you close a trade, you can go to your history tab, and then it'll say share at the bottom, and then you just hit Control V or paste, and you can paste it in Telegram or Twitter or anywhere, and it'll have this killer image of your percentage gain and the Sparky. So yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, cool.
So tomorrow we're going to be posting all the details of exactly how you can win when it comes to the social competition. And then when we have our leaderboard coming out, we will let you in on the details about our competitions with that as well. So lots of exciting stuff coming out around perps.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, the potential is huge. You know, not only for us as a platform, the fact that we generated, about $6 million in volume on those trades alone, with an average of about 90 users. I mean, again, if we can 10x our users, we can potentially 10x the volume, and that just means more and more rewards to Sparkler through those fees. So. And it's bullish for those, again, even if you don't take, massive leverage, we all want to be degens and turn, $10 into 500. But even if you don't take massive leverage, it is a great way to get exposure to, Bitcoin, ETH, and eventually other blue chips will be adding without ever having to leave Pulse. And honestly, that is the real reason that we developed this. It was always part of our roadmap, but we got it finished a lot sooner because we saw a lot of people leaving Pulse to buy Bitcoin and ETH when it was going up and going crazy. And now you don't even have to do that. You can, again, just speculate on the price right on the Perps platform. So it is, again, a great product market fit. So. All right, let's move on to the Spark 404s. So we got another great update on those today. They are coming out. Again, we don't have a date, but very soon we'll have an updated little light paper as well that explains, the reflections, how that works, the different rarities, and I have a little more alpha. I'm going to show a few more Sparky examples. So give me 1 second here.
We love a sneak peek, AJ.
I know, LA, totally. So, and these are killers. So, again, not all those Sparkies will have cowboy hats, but this first round of renders, again, it just so happens everything I have to share is a cowboy. But yeah, different accessories, different colors. I know, LA obviously, and I do too. Our mascot is pink. We love pinks and purples, but these are, a little more robot-esque with gold and silver. Again, we'll have different character faces. Literally all 10,000 NFTs are 100% unique. So you will not have one duplicate NFT, and that is really bullish because it also drives the collectability value of your NFTs as well. And at the dev meeting today, we were talking about a bunch of bullish updates and additions that we can add down the road that add even more utility to the 404s as well. So the reflections are the number one on launch reward mechanism, but down the road we'll have a lot more too. So yeah, right, LA, I was fired up after that dev call today for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Cool. All right, awesome. Anything else about the 404s?
Did my screen just not update? Because I didn't see them pop up. That was just my screen not updating.
Oh, I hope so.
Oh, yeah, there they are. Yeah.
All right.
Stupid internet. Okay.
All right.
Yes,
Yep.
there they are.
All
They
right.
look so good. Oh my God, I love them so much.
Awesome. Yeah, no doubt. All right, you got me worried there for a minute. Yeah, they've been up for a while now, so hopefully,
I was
give us
just
a.
sitting there waiting.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
because I had that other video up playing the air horn.
Oh,
So it
yeah.
must have paused this one.
Priorities. Priorities, LA. Priorities. So. Oh man. So yeah, no, the NFTs are gonna be killer. I mean, again, I can't wait. So, and yeah, we'll hopefully be able to share a few more before launch to get everybody hyped. But we will have again more info. We'll also have a launch date. We may even give away some Sparky 404s to some of our traders in that competition. Obviously, we're also gonna give some perks to existing NFT holders. So if you're able to collect the whole set of the Defenders NFTs, or if you have one of our golden NFTs from our Sentinel squadrons, you will have early access as well as the Monstro Sparky. So if any of you got that little Care Bear looking a badass Care Bear, that's what I call him, from Monstros, you will also get early access. So, and again, those that get early access will still have to buy them. So it's not going to be, an airdrop where people can dump, but it will give you, first dibs on going hard. So, all right, and again, we'll put all that info out as it gets a little bit closer, but we're almost there. So, all right, anything else, LA?
No,
All
nope,
right,
that's
so
it.
I'm gonna let you again. I give you all the long notes today. So, but again, you've been instrumental in helping us arrange AMAs and really going full speed ahead on the AMA train. So, you want to just do a quick recap on what we've done and what else we have in store?
For sure. So we've been building amazing momentum with our social channels after the BitBoy video. A lot of those posts that were retweeted are hitting like 10,000 views and stuff like that or more. I think some of them were past 14,000 views. So they're reaching a lot of people. We're getting a lot of new followers. Other influencers are seeing his video and then now making their own about Sparkswap. You saw AJ just hop onto an AMA the other day because another influencer who had seen his video wanted to do one of his own. It's like a game of telephone. One person sees one thing and then they do it, and then the next does it, and the next does it, and that's how momentum builds. We even have some others who are reaching out now to ask about listing their tokens on our decks. So we're making amazing momentum. We even have more tutorial videos coming out in the next couple of weeks. One more is coming out tonight, which is the second part to how to farm your bro token. I really, really wanted to make sure that anyone who's coming into our ecosystem who hasn't been around the whole time really knows how to take care of the ecosystem. And so the second part of that video is all about implementing the infinite money generator strategy and, alternate to just farming and then selling your spark. So giving education so that, people know actually how to maximize their investment here at Sparkswap, and they know all about the secret sauce of the sparkler. So that's what the second video is about. And BitBoy is going to retweet that again. There's a really, really funny cover photo for that. So look out for that coming out tonight.
Yes, the
We
Farmer
also
Bros. Right, LA? Yeah, I love the one you did for the last one. It was hilarious. So yeah.
The first one was the farmers. This next one is a different theme, but it's very funny.
All right, I love it.
um, then like AJ said, he's been making a bunch of the bridge tutorials, so those are going to continue to seed out. We're also making another video about the PERPS platform. I know not everyone is into watching like a 30-40 minute tutorial, so we're making a 5-minute video that just kind of does one trade and goes over some of the basics and why our perps platform is so bullish and so unique and first of its kind on Pulse Chain. And we're going to put that out to really help reach new users and kind of highlight some of the things that are going on. It may even be a little bit of a series. Maybe AJ will do the first one and I'll do the second one, kind of highlighting some of the competitions and social sharing and stuff that we have going on. So just a reminder, it's more important than ever to comment on all the YouTube videos, to share out all the tweets, to especially commenting is just so important. To like, retweet, share in any groups that you're a part of that allow it. This is a time that we can really make a huge difference that will directly pad your bags in Sparkler by taking those couple minutes to support. I know it might get annoying to hear us asking, but hopefully we'll get to a point where we don't have to ask and it's just that everybody is doing it automatically. But it's nice that you know that a few clicks of a button will actually directly help you earn more money. So yeah, good things.
Yeah, totally, LA. A great recap. And I'll go over a few things. But hey, LA, on a side note, can you text my wife and tell her I'm having some technical difficulties here
Sure.
while I go over everything? Thanks, LA. All right, so yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, we're in full marketing mode. We also did a killer AMA with James Pelton. That was yesterday. We haven't been on his channel in a while, but we were able to tag team it, both Jake and myself. And James has been around, and seen every DeFi protocol from, A to Z. And I would just encourage you all to watch that video because he said a lot of really bullish things about what we're doing. I mean, again, it drives home everything that we're building and everything that we're moving towards with non-Ponzonomics, no inflation, everything that really makes the protocol special. And yeah, I'm really excited for all that. So, LA, I know you were busy. Did you catch any of that AMA and
Oh,
anything,
I did. Yeah.
you want to comment about? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was there for the whole thing. I thought it was great. He said a lot of things about that there's so many DeFi projects that are starting to reach out now that we're heading into the bull, and he's seeing a lot of the same old thing that he saw during the last bull, and he's just saying no to most of the projects that are approaching him right now. But he's looking for more things like us, and there's just not many out there. And so that's why he's always excited when he has us come on his channel. He wants to support real projects, with real revenue. And what we're doing here is so unique. Not only do we have so many sources of real revenue, but we are giving the majority of it back to the users. And that's
For
what
sure.
makes these projects so special and so unique and honestly so sustainable, because it's a selfless approach and it's also economically a great approach because there's so many sources of real revenue.
Yeah, I could not agree more. And again, that segues perfectly into the last point I wanted to make. And like Ella said, she's going to be doing a another video that really highlights this, but I still think people are sleeping on Sparkler, and it's really awesome to see the community. Elliot and I were talking about this earlier today. It's not the team necessarily saying, yeah, get into Sparkler, lock up your tokens. It's the community that is showing real world results with Sparkler that, is happy to share their experience in Sparkler. And the yield has been spectacular. I mean, there was another massive payout last night, and I think that again, that's only not financial advice, but that is only going to grow as long as we can continue to add more change, we continue to get more volume, and even if we don't add any more change, just as we gain adoption and a lot of the native assets recover, we see massive revenue on everything that we're doing. So Sparkler is still and always will be the secret sauce. And make sure that you're building positions in that because that is the only way to earn the real revenue from the protocol. Again, we keep a small portion for dev fees, and other than that, everything is going to users, which is what DeFi is all about. And we talk a lot about that on Pelton's interview as well. What DeFi is meant to be. Taking control of your own funds, not having a middleman that tells you, how much cash you can withdraw from a bank. I mean, it's your money. You can do whatever you want, and that is the beauty of crypto. So yeah, really, really bullish stuff, and we have even more AMAs in the works. Again, we're not only are we promoting, Cedo and Spark, but as we said, we're going to do a whole nother round with Fusion as well. So, all right, I think that was all my points. All of our notes for Spark. Anything else with Spark or Sparkler before we move on to Fusion and L1 Dex?
No, I think that's it.
All right, awesome. So, EMP Fusion, again, 1 day closer. On Monday, we gave a big UI reveal that we're almost finished, and now we're completely finished with the UI. So, I'm going to go ahead and show some more screenshots. One, I think you guys have already seen from yesterday, or the other AMA Monday. This is a great one about all of our batteries. Again, please note that all the pricing is subject to change, but all the infrastructure is now here, and here is a brand new one. Boom. So this is really exciting. It's a bit of a hybrid from the old UI that we posted, months ago, and now we've even developed it a bit further. It tracks your deposits. It'll look at your source of boosts or deposits. It shows you that your shares, in the protocol. So lots of metrics as well. Again, LA, maybe just give them a disclaimer that as we do final testing, some of this is subject to change, and these are still screenshots. So a lot of the info on the live site has been updated by now, but we'll hopefully do a full live walkthrough on the next AMA or the one after. So yeah, all right,
Yeah.
go ahead. Yep.
For sure. As I said last time, when we're showing these screenshots, look at it from a design point of view, not from I'm going to read every word on the page and analyze what it says to get clues about Fusion point of view, because don't take what's written for a 100% sure thing, because some of it might have just been inserted because something needed to be put there while a developer asked what needed to be put there.
For sure. Yep, no, 100%. And again, we're testing and editing in real time, so there is no delay. I mean, again, even if I would have given you a screenshot from this morning, the chances are that there may have been an update already on the back end. So all the contracts seem to be working amazingly well as intended. So that's great. Again, we're in the final stages. And then we'll move to the beta testers. The beta testers will get it for about 1 to 3 days. They'll try to break it. Hopefully they can't. And if they can't break it, then we're ready to announce it. a date. So again, it's really close. I know everybody wants a date today, but all I can say is that we're continuing to get the final 1% done and over the line. So and yeah, the price of EMP is looking good. Peg, obviously, the price of ETH is down, but the actual peg has been nothing but increasing over the last few weeks. So I think others are getting excited as well. So yeah, anything else you want to add, Ellie?
I saw some bullish screenshots in the group today of people posting their EMP bags that they're saving up and
I love it.
looking strong, looking really strong. So
Yeah, no doubt. Well,
don't
and
be afraid to social share that too if you want to.
yeah, exactly. Yes, get everybody prepared. I don't want to hear anybody say, "Man, I wish I would have known." I could have loaded up more EMP. So if you're not paying attention, then you may be left behind. But no, well, again, the beautiful part about Fusion is, yeah, it definitely helps to be in early, in terms of the peg bonus. But because EMP is a fixed supply now, and there will never be more EMP. Even if you're getting in late, once we have recovered PEG, there could be great opportunity to buy, slightly below PEG. Obviously, PEG will fluctuate. If there is some residual sellers, then PEG will go down. But you can buy again and still get a little bit of a PEG bonus. Or you can buy the positions right off the marketplace. So I have some other screenshots that I'll hopefully have ready for the next AMA if we can't show everything live and ready. Again, it's there, but the devs, obviously if I'm showing it live, we just don't want anybody to get early access and find, what we're doing before it's ready. But yeah, there's also a great page that allows you to sell your positions again through the marketplace. And there's also a really killer UI that will allow you to sacrifice your earnings from all the DOS contracts as well. So again, hopefully we'll be able to share that ASAP. But all right, yeah, I think that wraps it up for Fusion. You want to move on to L1 Dex, LA?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so L1 Dex is getting closer and closer. We now have an official launch date for L1X of May 7th, and we've been busy behind the scenes getting everything finalized. Obviously, the UI has been finished for a while now. What the issue with us was, which we talked about, many times, is having access to the full code base. And we have been reassured by the foundation that we will get full access to the code base, a little bit before that May 7th date. So we're almost there. Hopefully we get it in the next 24 hours or so, and we get a little bit of head start building. But we're getting closer and closer to being able to launch the DEX, and that's with the assumption that there is, an explorer, all the code base is as we intended, and we can move forward. So, but they also have a bunch of centralized exchange listings as well going live on the 7th. So, those are all really good signs of, I know they're ramping up their marketing. So, we'll see. We're still hoping that L1 Dex will be everything that we want it to be. So, all right. Anything else you want to add to that, LA?
No, but there is, yeah, I think we're ready to kind of move on to question.
Okay, amazing. So, yeah, we're ready. Go ahead.
I got distracted by a great one that popped into the chat, so let's start with that one. Does it matter which chain you HODL EMP? Does it have to be Binance?
No, so yeah, that's a great question. So, I'm still amazed at EMP. So there is $2.5 million of liquidity on BSC and there's still almost 500,000 of liquidity on Pulse. So yeah, the short answer is it doesn't matter what chain you hold it on. We didn't mint new EMP for Pulse. We're using again the EMP that's locked in the bridge. Once we go and have sacrifice, that reduces the circulating supply even more because there is EMP that will be in the bridge as well. But yeah, the short answer is the only that it doesn't matter what chain your EMP is on, but for sacrifice phase, it will be on BSC, and if you buy it on Pulse, you will have to bridge that EMP back to BSC when we announce the sacrifice. So for right now, right now it's just accumulating at low prices. So maybe look and see, what chain has a better price. We have a cross-chain RBot, so there shouldn't be a lot of difference in price. But yeah, I mean, again, every little penny helps. So, but yeah, you can buy on either chain.
Awesome. Okay, we have a few on Discord. The first one I feel like we've already answered, but you may want to add a few more points in there. What exactly is being tested, and
Yep.
in a nutshell, how much longer is it going to take?
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, again, we've gone over it before, but I'm happy to give a little more insight. I mean, all of the smart contracts are finished. So just how you, again, I guess I can give a little background about how Web3 operates. I mean, that is what is required first. Everything has to be decentralized, it has to be on-chain, and conducted through a smart contract. So that is what the devs build first. And for those of you, again, that may be a little more veterans in the space, you can always interact with a smart contract through the actual browser, or I'm sorry, the actual explorer of the chain. We never recommend that unless it's an emergency, because unless you are a veteran, you're more than likely can mess stuff up because there is no front end. You have to know what contracts you're interacting with, what part of the code that you're submitting to. So then that's why there is websites and front ends. So you have to actually connect those interactions to a website and a visual representation of those contracts. And that is what we are working on now. We're making sure that all of the front end or the website is linked up to the proper channels, so to speak, and smart contracts. We're testing all of that. We're making sure the wallets work. Again, there's 20 different wallets that we have to test through, just like we did with the new UI for Spark. There are no automated tools right now that Web 2 developers have. Again, there are automated tools on Web 2 that you can run through, and it tests every browser, every phone, every access point on the planet. But on Web3, because of the smart contract integration, we have to literally test with every wallet, because if we go live and somebody is using a Coinbase wallet, and that we didn't test for that, and then there's an issue, that's a problem. So again, I don't know. Everybody thinks like this is something we can do quickly, but it's a matter of doing our due diligence and making sure everything works. There are no exploits. I mean, again, we spam transactions to make sure that there isn't any sort of a potential exploit. We've never had an exploit in our protocols because we take the time to get it done. So, I mean, those are the big ones, LA. I don't know if there's anything else you want to add to that, but
I'll just add that when we get to the stage of passing it along to the beta testers, it will take this long. It's just that we are testing it as a team and as the developers, and we have to take we're more focusing on safety right now and making sure that every single point of safety or potential exploit has been tested. And then when we get over to the beta testers, it's more going to be for the user experience and for just nitpicking little things on the UI that they think could be better. And they're really good at that. I mean, every time we've had the beta testers look at things, whether it's the white paper or something we're testing for a new feature, they're so good at pointing things out that we were just too zoomed in to see when it's just nitpicking small things that from a user experience could be tweaked and just be way better. And so those type of things don't take long to tweak. That's why their stage things will only take 1 to 3 days. Whereas this stage, we have to just make sure it's 100% done and right because it's your safety we're taking into account.
Yeah, no doubt. So could not agree more. And again, as much as all of you have hated, well, I guess I should say all of you. There's a lot of you that are super understanding and, say take your time, even though we don't want to take our time. It's about knowing the team behind it and that we have to cross all of our T's and dot all of our I's. But some of you, are very vocal about how long it's taking. But I can assure you that there would be a much bigger problem if we announced the date we're going to sacrifice. We rushed it out. We weren't 100% confident. We just fed into all the FUD or whatever else, and we got it out. And then there was a problem, and all the money is gone, or it doesn't function the way it was intended. That is a much bigger problem than waiting a few more days, weeks, whatever it is, on getting it right. So again, if you can't understand that, then maybe EMP isn't for you, and that's okay. So I don't know. Again, sorry, I get a little snooty, but it's frustrating for us when we're doing everything in our power to get it out, ASAP. So, and I know the last part of that question was a time frame. I think, again, we're almost there. I can't give a date. I will give a date when we can. Obviously, we've said that there is, a 2 week run up to sacrifice as well. So just plan accordingly.
Awesome. We have another couple questions. So moving to POL, does this mean the liquidity will be moved from Pancake to our own DEX?
One more time on that. I'm sorry.
Moving to POL, does this mean the liquidity will be moved from Pancake to our own DEX?
Yeah, so we don't have a DEX on BSC. So the idea is that the original EMP token and eShare will still function on PancakeSwap, but we own all the liquidity, meaning, I guess anybody could add their own liquidity v3, but we as a protocol will be the largest liquidity provider on that DEX. Now, you bring up a good point. We may look into adding, a pseudo DEX on Fusion itself, but that also comes with some issues because people can't organically find EMP or eShare through, obviously, if we only had 2 tokens on our DEX, we're not going to be doing a lot of volume to be able to index, and compete with PancakeSwap that's doing, $100 million a day in volume. So, yeah, we have solutions. When we say POL, that just means that we will, as a protocol, be providing the most liquidity rather than users. And that, again, that is locked liquidity. So, that's another cool twofold. Number one, POL generates fees for us, especially with the V3 model, and that's a revenue stream. Again, we haven't really talked about that, but that's a revenue stream for Fusion. And then number two, that is liquidity that you don't have to worry about, a user leaving and taking their liquidity with them. If we as a protocol are providing it, it will always be there. So, yeah, hopefully that answers.
Awesome. And I do want to just Take a pause on our questions to say this because someone was just asking a really great question in the Sparkswap group. We are working on docs for the Perpetuals platform, and those will be coming out shortly.
Yes, 100%. I know Jake, CEO, and the rest of the team were working on that, and yeah, that was one of the things that we're waiting on to come out of beta. But we're just we're gonna push anyway right now, and then the docs will be very shortly behind.
For sure. Okay, couple more questions here. Will PERPS be coming to EMP?
Yeah, so again, that is BSC. So, we've made a conscious decision not to build on Binance just because, one, it's a lot of competition. Two, we're already spread pretty thin, and we don't want to build, spend all of our dev time and resources building something that is already, saturated on Binance. So, I mean, I would never, I'm not gonna say never, but right now that's not really part of the plan. And we have much better success building on other not so saturated chains. But L1 Dex could be the solution. I mean, obviously with L1 Dex, that will be interoperable with all chains, or at least the top 10. So, that might be a solution um, that allows access. And in that case, we'd have a perps platform that is interoperable with all those chains. So, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, two more. Is there, oh, this is a great question. Is there a limit to the number of batteries? Can I have multiple types of the same battery at different levels? Small batteries that I can claim more frequently, but larger batteries too of the same kind. Any consideration? Oh, okay, there's two more questions lumped in that same question, but they're different. So we'll stop there.
Okay. Yep, stop there. And then, so yeah, the short answer is right now, and again, this is another reason why we're testing. For MVP, there will be a limited amount of batteries. I think the cash out batteries are limited to whatever we've specified in the white paper. But as we continue to roll things out, yeah, there will not be as of right now, and again, it could be subject to change, but as of right now, we don't see a reason to limit the number of batteries in total. And then in order to, the other question was about having multiples of the same battery. I mean, technically, I guess that would be possible, but you probably don't want to do that because you're better off upgrading your battery for a larger capacity. Or I guess if you want to have, you can turn your battery on and off. So if you had a smaller battery that you wanted to cycle quicker, you could turn that on, and then maybe one week you just want to collect your energy for that week. You turn that battery off, and it goes into the BBE function. And we are looking into, I think it's I don't know if we talked about it in the white paper, but we are looking at what we're calling like an energy bank, where it will let you actually accumulate energy to be used later. But again, some of those features will not be available for the MVP, but will be rolling out shortly after. So again, LA, anything you want to clarify or add? I think that's the case. So yeah.
Yeah, that was actually what I was about to say about the energy bank. So
Okay,
you beat me.
amazing. Perfect. Yep.
Okay.
Again, we have a we have a lot of things happening, so I get a little worried sometimes I'm saying the wrong thing, but yeah, based on the docs and the testing, that is the case for sure.
Yeah, and I think the energy bank one is coming out towards.
You're
So
breaking up, LA. Sorry. The energy
oh,
bank
I
is coming
said
out towards. Yeah.
the beginning. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Totally. Okay.
So any consideration of moving Fusion to other chains and any other projects interested in Fusion as a service?
Oh man, these are good questions. I would say, so again, if we moved it to any other chain, it would be L1X, or again, that's under the assumption that the interoperability is working as intended, because then we have access to all chains. Other than that, unless we see BNB go to like 3 grand, like ETH, and there's a $20 BNB fee for transactions, that would be another reason to migrate. But as of right now, we don't plan on moving Fusion to other chains. Um, but yeah, I mean, with our bridge, you would still be able to get exposure on BNB if from any other chain if you wanted to bridge funds over. And then number two, yeah, I mean, Fusion as a service, for sure. I mean, we would definitely be open to that. It would have to be the right fit, and I can tell you that there are hundreds of thousands of dollars and of dev time in Fusion, so it would be super expensive. But yeah, I mean, for the right fit, we could definitely look into that for sure.
I think the first step is proving to everyone that Fusion is going to be the wild success. And then the next step can be opening that as an option.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, and again, I would agree 100% with LA. Even if we did that, it wouldn't be within, the first year or whatever. We would have a non-compete, for a while just to show how powerful Fusion is. Because, I think once we see how well things work, and that this isn't a fork, something we built from the ground up, I think, all eyes are going to be back on EMP, and we can finally say, we told you so. So, but yeah, the momentum is going to be huge.
For sure. Okay, final question. What is the benefit of the Spark 404 over Sparkler?
Yeah, another really great question. So, this is like the most engaged questions. We haven't had one. Now somebody's gonna troll me, but no, when Fusion. These are amazing, thoughtful questions. So, yeah, the short answer is, Sparkler will always be the real yield of the protocol. The 404, again, we have a bunch of utility coming down the road, but and right away as well with the reflection. So the idea is that you're earning more 404s by holding the 404, and then we as a protocol will build things to add even more utility. But the idea is it's yet another way to earn without having to actually sell your Spark, because just like Sparkler, you have to burn your Spark to be able to buy the 404s. So by burning the Spark, it reduces the supply. It's very healthy for the token and Sparkler holders as well. And then you can speculate on the price of the 404 going up. So again, just as an example, if you burned $100 worth of Spark, you bought a 404 at $100, and the 404 is worth $300 in a week from then, that is pure profit for you without ever having to sell a single Spark token. So, I mean, that's a high level overview. LA, you're so good at simplifying things, but yeah, you want to add to that?
You can have your cake and eat it too.
Perfect. There you go.
And that is the end of the questions.
Perfect. All right. Well, that was a great AMA. Again, covered our new meme with Wonka. Again, we're not the dev team, but it is a trusted dev team. Obviously, we love anything Wonka related. And we went through a ton of updates with all of our protocols. So, LA, anything you want to add or any final words before we wrap it up?
Yes, you guys are fucking amazing and we love you. We're always happy and excited to have you here. as usual, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, especially now that we're having such great momentum. We have so much bullishness on the horizon. And so keep watch of the announcements because, I mean, there's so much coming up, videos and AMAs and announcements. So there's lots that you're going to want to be a part of, these competitions with, cash prizes. There's so much exciting stuff. So keep watch, and we will see all of you guys on Monday.
Amazing. Yes, LA. It's gonna be again the rest of this year is just gonna be nonstop. So we're really excited about that. Again, we have a ton of announcements coming over the weekend and into our AMA on Monday. Please keep an eye out. Please also make sure you're following us on Twitter. A lot of the social share perps competition will be focused around Twitter, so it's important that you're able to share there as well. And yeah, we'll have another announcement tonight, hopefully, or first thing tomorrow, on how to get involved in that Wonka presale as well. So, all right, that'll do it. No more to say than what LA covered. Again, we appreciate all of you, and this is only the beginning of what we're doing together. So, all right, good night, good day, have a great weekend, and we will see you on Monday. Remember, we come to you every Monday and Thursday at 6:45 p.m. Eastern. Good night.